and welcome to Game 8 of my Wingspan World Cup journey. This time against Stymphalian. And we are going second, which is never great when there's a Rosy Starling and a Bushtit in the tray. I will remind you, our current score is 4-3, and this is an 11-person group, so we do need to get 7 wins, more or less, to be guaranteed to get through to the next round. The top 4 advance, and then the remainders go into the wildcard considerations, which would desperately like to avoid. However, we are staring defeat in the face. Rosy Starling Bushtit couldn't ask of a better tray birds to spot here, I think. Stymphalian would be right within their mind to just keep 5 food here. Like, I don't know whatever they have in hand, but it's probably not better than that. And even if it is better than that, you must deny that from me. It is far, far too powerful. If we're looking ahead to ends of rounds as well, they're really good for full tuck as well. First end of round's not so good, obviously, but birds with tucked cards, that's great for full tuck. Total birds, you qualify that without having to do anything, so that's great for full tuck. And then birds facing right. Again, maybe not the best for full tuck, but you know, you're going to qualify it. And often with full tuck, you just care about qualifying the ends of rounds and not going too far out of your way to achieve that. So, yeah. That's not great. Don't you love this game? So let's see what we get. Oh, we get a Wood Duck. Okay, the game is not completely lost. Wood Duck Mockingbird is really nice. I mean, Brewer's Blackbird is nice as well. Can turn some of these cards into eggs. We need an egg source. And Bird Bander seems good as well. Definitely not going to do Zoologist, but yeah, that's not too bad actually. Maybe we don't just automatically lose the game. We kind of high rolled a really powerful combination here. So as predicted, both Bushtit and Rosy Starling go bye-bye, but we have Wood Duck. We will probably get this Eastern Imperial Eagle as well. Which is great, because as good as it is for full tuck, you really don't want to spend another turn drawing without grabbing, or without having a bird down. So I think yeah, we're probably going to get that, which is very cool. This Cold Tit is nice as well. With a Wood Duck, you want anything that can score points. Eggs is like a premium. Looks like Stimp could picture 2 cards, which is scary. Just means that maybe they've got some crazy full tucks nonsense going on. Yeah, Cold Tit, great point scoring bird. We're going to hit this forest as many times as we possibly can. So, Cold Tit is great. Egg laying birds are incredible. They denied us the nectar, which honestly I don't mind too much. Yeah. Black-shouldered Kite is actually maybe even better than Brewer's Blackbird for us. Kind of 50-50. If the kite hits, it's incredible, and if it misses, you're very, very, very sad. So, Brewer's Blackbird will be consistent, if nothing else. But maybe I should have thought more about that, I think. If that hit, would be pretty much solving our egg problem out of the gate, which is kind of nice. So Bushtit first for Stymphalian makes sense. This Whiteback Woodpecker is interesting. It will lead to a situation where we have too much food, because we're gonna keep hitting this forest repeatedly. But it is a A+ bird. Like, the ability to grab an extra food from the feeder is really, really strong. It might even be strong enough to tempt Stymphalian into picking that up, because sometimes with full tuck you just need 1 or 2 turns in the grasslands to kind of pick something up, and it could be a nice way for them to qualify this end of round as well. But remains to be seen what they decide to do. But our game plan is pretty clear. We want to get this Mockingbird into the game ASAP. And to do that, we'll probably do Blackbird with fish and nectar, and then seed nectar for the Mockingbird. And then that should give us everything that we need. Yeah. For a game where we're kind of facing Bushtit Starling, I'm feeling pretty good actually. Like, Bushtit Starling is such a scary combination. But I guess Starling being that little bit more expensive than like main duck makes it a little bit more awkward to get down. Another turn they had to spend picking up food, and kind of slowing that down just even a little bit can help a ton. The Bruised Blackbird actually doesn't do anything for the egg calculation. The important egg thresholds are 2 and 4. 2 gets you to column 3 and 4 gets you to column 4. And so when you get these birds that are like +1 egg, they don't actually change the number of times you actually have to hit the grasslands before you can get to column 4. They do help in playing additional birds after that. So if we lay eggs one more time, that means we have 6 eggs. That means we can fill out column 4 of the forest and 2 other slots in either the grasslands or the wetlands. So those incremental eggs are very interesting because they do reduce your grasslands activations over the course of a game, but they don't reduce them in order to get your primary engine set up. So there's a little bit of a weird dynamic there that, yeah, I always find very annoying. You'd really love it if you could just get 2 eggs off of one of these things, and then you have 4 eggs in one go, and then you have can fill out your engine and get going. Alas, not to be. Anyway, we get this Mockingbird into the game. Take off Bruised Blackbird, obviously. We're going to clear out space on that bird to begin with, and we want eggs in the forest for the end of round, so might be a draw and a lay egg situation. Probably don't need to do that, but it could be a productive way to spend our last turn. Purple Martin coming in. Okay, so Stymphalian has got the crazy full tuck. This is going to be spooky. But yeah, not picking up this woodpecker. It's something that we could consider, like I said, but we're going to be hitting our forest so often, the plus food doesn't really matter. It is far more interesting, for instance, this Coltit, which I already mentioned as a point scorer. Even Cooper's Hawk is more interesting than the woodpecker as a point scorer. By the time we get our 4th forest bird in, the value of the woodpecker drops like significantly. Its value right now very much is, if you're going to play a kind of a weak-ish forest setup, it's going to allow you to minimize your forest activations, but we have very strong forest. We're going to want to hit that as often as possible. So yeah, its value really does diminish quite quickly. Now, Cooper's Hawk is probably not the play. We prefer an egg source or a Sri Lankan blue magpie or a house crow or anything that can help start turning food into points. That would be very valuable, but you know, this Coltit is probably good enough to play. Guaranteed point each turn. That's what we're all about. Gonna lay eggs one more time. We didn't need to, but also the tray is not super good. We do get another crack at the tray on this turn. And look at that, we get some good birds. So, Blacktail Godwit, that's an easy one. Black-headed Gull, have to deny that. American Robin, that is a brilliant find. That's guaranteed point each time. Bit of card cycling going on. Brilliant. Alright, that's awesome. And now Galar's come up. Ah, that's unfortunate. Galar would have really could have just won us the game right there. Mockingbird Galar is almost game winning. Just out of the box. Like, there's very little you can do about that. But this Robin is such a mega find at this point. Like, it's going to increase our searching power just a little bit by seeing that extra card. It's a reliable point scorer, and it helps contribute to the end of round. Our opponent's going to have 3 birds that can tuck, and, well, we can get to 3 between the Robin, the Blackbird, and the Eastern Imperial Eagle. So, anytime you let the full tuck player win an end of round, like, you're really just fighting against yourself, basically. I know it's not always possible to win them all, but, you know, the full tuck player has no ambition to win every end of round. Like, they're just trying to qualify. So if they can win one, that is, you know, often devastating. That leads to your, you know, 160 plus scores. So, Snowy Egret coming into the game, that is a very interesting choice. Most interesting thing about that is that it's going to bump him up to the 3rd column in the wetlands, so we're going to get access to the extra card. But Snowy Egret is not a very strong bird. It's a roll all dice outside the bird feeder bird, and cache a fish, so not very strong. But they must have really just wanted to get this wetlands going and start seeing as many cards as possible. These all resources, one habitat, full tuck strategies aren't even, I shouldn't even call them full tuck. Because what the game plan is to filter out and just score as many points as you can while filling up your Bushtit. And then once you find your kind of power birds, like you're playing other birds or your cheap birds like Hooded Warbler that are good points, you try and play as many of them as possible, use the eggs on the Bushtit, then keep cycling cards. That's the real power of the strategy that my opponent is doing. Like, they're going to be able to play a lot of really top tier birds as soon as they can. We have to skip the Robin here, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. Pull this Golden Eye, that could be nice. That's an egg source for us. And Kiwi, oh wow, this is huge. What a massive set of draws here. So this Robin's not going to see much use, I'm afraid. We have better things to be doing. What do we do here? I think we abandoned the end of round ambition. I don't think that's smart at this point. What we do have, I think we do... If I was playing this game today, I would do Godwit, and then Godwit Food, and then the Golden Eye. I don't know if I'd put it in the forest or the wetlands. Probably want to put it in the wetlands, because there's a lot of good forest birds that I'm still hunting for. Like, Sri Lanka Blue Magpie would be amazing right now. Or, you know, anything like... Heck, even Chipping Sparrow this late to the game could be interesting. But yeah, I think we have to play that. It also hits Birdbander, of course. So yeah, mega find, mega find. So things are really working out for us in this game. Yeah, this is gonna be a real battle of the engines. Yeah, I have to make this decision. Where am I gonna play this Golden Eye? Yeah, I think we play the Godwit first. Yeah, play the Godwit first. Yeah, there we go. The reason to play the Godwit first is now I get to search a card. Forest Ranger. We got 3 points off that. That's unusual. And we pulled Plains Wanderer, so that's also another very strong bird. So we're just finding too many good birds, making it very difficult to use the Robin. It's a bit of a shame. Yeah, maybe you just cycle the Eagle at this point. Is that heresy? It probably is. So we take our Goldeneye Food, because it's really important for us to get that in the game. We skip the Robin. And we keep drawing. Let's see what we can find. Twite. Twite's interesting. Probably a bit late for Twite. I don't know why I kept the Gold Crest, because there's no way we can get value out of it. Maybe just the emotional support Gold Crest. Realistically, we're not going to play any of those cards. Like, we could play the Twite here, but it will overall hurt us. So they've played Purple Heron, so that is a terrifying, absolutely terrifying Wetlands. And set up before round 3 starts as well. Like, the Stymphalian is going to score a ton of points, and you know, the pressure is really on us to kind of keep up. The one advantage we have is that we will, or should, win the Nectar races. But we just need to be mindful that we've got that, and then do everything in our power to score as many points as possible. Right now, our forest is only generating 1 point because we haven't been able to use this Robin. But we got some crap in our hand. We've got this Twite and geez, I forgot the other name of the bird. Goldcrest, there we go. So we can cycle those with the Robin at last and score some points with that. We might even start thinking of using the Mockingbird on the Robin, because maybe that's more valuable at this point, to try and get these points. And you can see that the Stymph is racking up the points. Purple Heron's already got 3 caches on it. So yeah, it's big scary game. Big scary game. Get this Golden Eye in. Super important for us to get this into the game, even though it's only going to get 2 eggs this round. Its real value is going to be the accumulation of eggs over time. Realistically, we can aim to get this to produce us, what, 10 eggs over the course of the game? 10 or 9 eggs? That makes this a very valuable bird. Like, it's worth 11 to 12 points for us, plus the tempo from the eggs that we get. We shouldn't have to go into our grasslands again this game, if we do things correctly. Worst case scenario, we're playing this Kiwi, killing Forest Ranger, and yeah, getting that extra egg off the Golden Eye. Yeah, that's just, that again, absolutely terrifying Wetlands. Absolutely terrifying. They can just sit here and filter out all of the trash. The one saving grace we have is the Snowy Egret is not a very strong bird, but there is some synergy here between Heron and Egret. The Heron can pull 3 dice out of the bird feeder and guarantee that you're going to get at least 3 die to work with on the egret. So there's some nice synergy there. You'd love to see when powers can cooperate like that and produce unintentional, not unintentional, but like kind of mystery, or what am I even trying to say? Synergies that you don't always expect, where you've got a bird that's manipulating the feeder and that's allowing you to maybe maximize a pretty bad predator to do some better stuff. So, yeah. I'm not sure what Stymph is thinking about. I think just run this engine as much as you like, and then start playing some birds when you find some playing other birds. It's probably the way to go, but we'll see what happens. Maybe we will skip things along a little bit. There we go. Right, we get our eggs off the goldeneye, and away we go. Unfortunate that we can't contend for the end of round, but then again, it was a bit of a pipe dream to be able to do that, I think. It does make our job a lot harder, but that's okay. Now the pressure is really on Stymphalian. Like, I think, well, pressure is on both players, I think. Who is going to find the more impactful birds the fastest? Will he be able to find, you know, well, they can't find Eastern Imperial Eagle, but can they find Bonelli's Eagle? Can they find Grey Warbler and play another birds like that, or Gould's Finch, this kind of stuff? And then will they be able to play it? They are only producing worms, so that is always a bit difficult to get some birds down. But maybe they can find common starling and start turning the worms into points. So always worth thinking about. We finally get to use this Robin. Wilson Snipe, not super interesting. I do have a decision to make here. Do we want to search for more cards, or do we want to cycle with the Robin more? I think we're going to go for the searching route. This Spoonbill Sandpiper is actually interesting, I think. Dixissel's not going to get played, but it's better than the Little Owl. But this Spoonbill Sandpiper is interesting. Like, I would expect to be scoring better off most bonus cards compared to my opponent. And if that is the case, then it is advantageous to me to play this bird. It may make them spend eggs, it may make them discard some stuff they actually wanted to keep, when they probably shouldn't, because again, I think if you're going full tuck, bonus cards are not your scoring angle. Like, if you can get bonus cards that work, that's fantastic, like, go you, but like, typically speaking, you're not qualifying most bonus cards. Like, if you think of all the nest type bonus cards with the nests that they currently have, like, you don't qualify any of them. Like, you're closest to Nest Box Builder with the cavity nests, but yeah, I think this is one of these times where there's a little bit of asymmetry. It's also Platform Builder. Yeah, one off Platform Builder, one off Nest Box Builder. This is the time where, like, there's potentially asymmetrical benefit to using this Spoonbill Sandpiper, so I think it's definitely worth consideration. Cycling away Wilson Snipe, probably not useful for us. Great Crested Creep, probably not the bird for us this game. We keep searching. We're really trying to find these mega birds. Shishrawan Raven, not the game for you, I'm afraid. We'll keep it. It's gonna be our emotional support Raven. I always feel bad throwing away a Raven, but yeah, there's no chance that it's getting played this game. But, you know, we do have good stuff in hand. Like, we've got Kiwi. We want to get Kiwi into the game. We've got Plains Wanderer. We want to get that into the game. We should probably aim to play 3 birds this round. So probably take food one more time. Get as many nectar as possible. And, yeah, start playing birds. I think that's pretty reasonable. My opponent's probably starting to think about how they can start getting birds into the game. They've got 6 worms on them, so we'll have to see what birds they've been finding and which ones they want to keep. But yeah, we can do Plains Wanderer, Spoonbill, we can do Spoonbill Kiwi, Plains Wanderer, something like that. Or we could do, we could even ignore the Kiwi if we really felt that way, but I think ignoring Kiwi is a mistake. It would have been nice. It would be nice to find one more star nest. I think right now, best bird we could find something like a Bell's Vireo could be really nice. If we could do Spoonbill, Vireo, Kiwi, that would be incredible because then we're maxing out our goldeneye and getting good return on that. There's Yeah, I think that is probably the best bird we could find. I think about it. Just so we can get more value out of the goldeneye, because that's such an important bird for us. It is our egg source. It's our main source of eggs for the rest of the game. We really want to avoid laying eggs if we can help it. Get spoonbill into the game. I think that's completely fine. We don't need to overspend nectar here. One more nectar here wins it for us, so we're happy with that. We found Nestbox Builder, so that's good. That's one of the bonus cards my opponent could have scored off of. Nestbox Builder synergizes with the goldeneye, so it's worthwhile keeping that. It's another one of these cases where you can kind of get your strategies aligning and working all together. We've seen that already in the World Cup, where we were able to get a lot of ground nests and kind of synergize Bobolink, Marlafowl, and Enclosure Builder all together to make our actions more efficient. Nestbox Builder is kind of the same now. Like, if we can get more cavity nests into the game, which we get one more chance to find some cavity nest birds, then that can really improve our overall prospects, because we're scoring twice for doing the same amount of work, which is very, very valuable. We'll have to see if Stymphalian keeps the bonus card. Again, I think as the full tuck player, keeping the bonus card is a mistake. Unless you expect to play a lot of birds, which currently it doesn't seem like they're expecting to play too many birds. But you really do need to have like that chain of play another birds to kind of score well off these bonus cards. So I think it's probably correct in his position to decline the bonus card. The non-card resource, in fact, everything that they have is probably very valuable as well. Like, the eggs are valuable, food is valuable, the cards that they've kept in hand are valuable. We know they're valuable because they could have discarded them all, but they have not, or tucked them all. So here comes Grey Warbler. Grey Warbler into Kakapo. Okay. I didn't catch if they'd got the extra bonus card, but that's fine. We'll get the Kiwi into the game, which is fine. We can burn Forest Ranger, probably. Get rid of Forest Ranger, and goodbye. And see what else we can find. What do we get? Not great options. We've got Bird Feeder, 2 more birds. We got Plains Wanderer, get to 7, and we need to find one more. Prairie Manager with Plains Wanderer, that qualifies that, so yeah, that's probably the way to go. So now we're looking for a seed bird. Oh, in fact, we can probably do Prairie Manager, because we got Eastern Imperial Eagle as well, so we're looking for a cavity nest. That's a grasslands bird. I don't know what qualifies that. Not off the top of my head. They definitely exist. Maybe we just find ash-throated flycatcher. That's the best bird. There we go. Lay on all cavity nests. That'll do it. But it doesn't have a seed in its cost, so it's not perfect. Oh well. Oh well. Beggars can't be choosers. But yeah, we have excellent prospects on these bonus cards now, so that's something to look forward to. And yeah, now we probably just draw. Oh, we'll take cards, sorry, not take cards. Take food and draw with our Wood Duck, and then see what we find. And if we don't find anything good, I think we just play Eastern Imperial Eagle, get that into the game. There's no reason to rush down Plains Wanderer. We want to see as many bonus cards as possible with that. We can just relax and take it easy. Or we just commit to this right now. That's also totally fine. I guess, actually, there's a subtle point here that I may be missing, and that is we do get a crack at a fresh tray in the next round, so we'll be in a position to swoop in and pick that up, so there's no need to rush anything. We know we want to play Eastern Imperial Eagle any day of the week. But maybe we find Ghoul's Finch. We can slam Ghoul's Finch somewhere, or get that to play Eastern Imperial Eagle at the end of the game, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. Purple Heron is not performing, only 9 caches, despite it being quite a big, being used quite a lot. The Regent Hobby is interesting. I'm not sure what's going on there. That is a little bit surprising. Yeah, looks like we're gonna do eggs, and that's fine. I think if we only rely on GoldenEye eggs, then we get we only get 3 eggs back, which means we can only play 1 more bird. We probably needed to lay eggs once anyway, so might as well do it now. No harm in that at all. This will set us up in the last round to play. Probably try and draw, take food twice, and then play as many birds as possible. This ruby crowned kinglet is a little bit annoying. That's definitely a bird that my opponent will want to see, so... there is a world where we just kind of get rid of that. Stays Phoebe is nice, obviously. We got quite a lot of... a few number of bowl nests, so that could be fun. And we double up the Robin because the extra cards right now, while valuable, it's more important to be scoring points. We might have even been able to do that a little bit earlier, but this is still fine. So now we have Stays Phoebe and Plains Wanderer to max out Prairie Manager, which is nice. We will... doesn't look like we're going to be able to get to Nest Box Builder maximum. We're still missing 1 seed bird on... geez, I forgot the name. The seed bird bonus card. So our bonuses are not great. We're not able to max them yet. We need to find 1 or 2 key birds that can pull this all together. Maybe a nice trumpeter swan or something. Bird feeder, that's the one. Xbox builder, bird bander. Yeah. They're a nice seed bird that lives in multiple habitats that scores big points. Probably. Trying to think. Prothonotry warbler. That'll do it. That's kind of a nice high roll. That can live in forest or wetlands, and that'll do a very nice job for us if we're able to find a bird like that. And then we just play our 3 remaining birds. So it's big scary game though. I mean, our opponent is accumulating tons of points. Not sure the Eurasian Hobby, what the play behind that is. Maybe that means they have Citizen Scientist. I think, does 4 tucked birds give you Minbound and Citizen Scientist? I don't remember. If it's 4 or 5, all I know is it's a terrible bonus card. Maybe that would explain the play. But Grey Warbler had a Star Nest, so them getting rid of the Star Nest just helps us. So we'll go one more time here. See what we can find. Taking a seed for Plains Wanderer. Goodbye, Hawk. One Miner. Not the game for you, I'm afraid. Rate a Prairie Chicken. Okay, that's probably better than Stays Phoebe. The Prairie Manager bird. That gives us some more bonus cards. And Cassin's Finch. That's kind of nice. Okay, we got some options to work with. Now we do have some options. We have to decipher them, so... Naively, I think you just do... Prairie Chicken, Plains Wanderer, Cassin's Finch. I think that's probably the default here. And then you calculate whether Stays Phoebe is worth it. But Stays Phoebe is worth 5 additional eggs, so that's 10-point bird. 10 points versus Cassin Finch of 4. What's the probability that we find a 6-point bonus card? Hard to say. Actually, the difference is between that and Prairie Chicken. Because Prairie Chicken is probably the bird that we're popping out for. In fact, if you do Cassin Finch first and Stays Phoebe is even better, so... It might be Cassin's Finch... Cassin's Finch, Stays Phoebe, Plains Wanderer. That could be the play. It gives an extra egg, and then that's yeah, we asked the same question. What's the probability that the Prairie Chicken finds a 6-point bonus card? Hard to say. Yeah, you always got to run these calculations and try and figure out what's optimal. It's a scary looking wetlands. No, don't do it. Okay, I must have miscalculated something. You gotta do Cassin's Finch first. No. Oh well, unfortunate. Note to self: calculate. Oh well. Well, if we lose this game by 1 point, there you go. That's where the point was. Right there, officer. We have exactly 4 food left, so yeah, it's definitely a Plains Wanderer, Cassin's Finch kind of day. Red and Red Roma played. Somehow they got Nectar. I don't know when they got that, but Big-ish Bird played. Makes sense. 9 points. Viticulturalist. There you go. That's a 7-point bonus card right there with this Cassin's Finch. That's nice. Still should have played Cassin's Finch first. We would have found Viticulturalist off Cassin's Finch and then got the extra egg. Just saying. I'm just saying. This game is funny sometimes. Vireo into Condor. That's not a very high points play. Interesting. Guess you take Ranger here. I mean, you just take what you can get. We're definitely not doing anything on Winterfeeder this game. But yeah, we found a lot of bonus birds. We did all right on maxing them. Like, we found the right kind of materials. That's kind of what you want to do when you're playing these Wood Duck strategies. You need to find a way to score points. And bonus cards are the easiest way to do that. And the second most easiest way to do that is with, like, a Starling or a Sri Lanka Blue Magpie or Common Swift. It's kind of those birds that turn food into points. So this game, it just so happened that we locked into a bunch of big birds and big bonus birds, so we play them and get as many points as we can. Looks like he's got 3 bonus cards, so it does look like he did spend for the Sandpiper, which I think is a mistake. We'll see how good their bonuses are at the end of this game. But we're scoring well, but we know we're up against a crazy crazy Wetlands Engine, so it remains to be seen what we're able to find here. So fingers crossed it's going to be enough. I mean, I don't think, I mean, we could have got 1 more point through the change of sequence, but otherwise we'll see how it goes. So birds, we expect to take a lead. Not as much of a lead as I would like, only 18 points. Bonus cards, they did very well. We did even better though, as we need to win this game. We did better in ends of rounds, but they did do better than expected on that as well. Food on cards, here's where they're starting to be strong. Tuck cards, we know they're very strong on this. Oh geez, that's a lot of tucks. And 145 to 146. Oh my god. Wow. Crazy game. What on earth? Jeez. Alright, what did they find? Falcon. They had Endangered Species Protector. That makes the Condor make a lot of sense. And Forest Data Analyst, which they used the hobby to qualify that? I don't know. Oh no, they used the hobby for Falconer. Oh wow. Okay, so they got Data Analyst off of the Sandpiper, which that's probably our trade there. It's like 3 points for 2 points or something. So okay, and then the Condor finds Endangered Species Protector. Wow, if we had found that, if we had pulled Endangered Species, what a different game this could have been. We could have scored 150 plus. Wow. Wow. I mean, we knew this was going to be a big scoring game. Bushtit, Rosy Starling is insane. If this Heron, if either of these 2 predators had done just a smidgen bit better, we were cooked. We were completely cooked. What a crazy game. We got a little bit lucky there. I mean, this is a really, really strong board. Very, very strong board. Yeah, I don't know. That was a crazy game of Wingspan. I mean, when you're against a full tuck engine, you know that they're going to score big. But good old Wood Duck Mockingbird. That is a tried and true combination. Mockingbird doubling one of the best birds in the game. It allowed us to find the right pieces at the right time. I feel bad for Stymphalian. That's a crazy game from them. If you go into a game of Wingspan, you score 145 and lose. I mean, you feel bad. Like, you feel like you should have done a little bit more. Eked out that extra point. I should have eked out that extra point on Cassin's Finch, but who cares? We got the win. Very, very important win for us to proceed. Especially when things were looking very, very bleak at the start of this game, when we saw those 2 mega powerful birds in tray. So, alright, that'll do it for this one. Wow, what a game. Crazy, crazy game of Wingspan. We will see everyone on the next one, and hopefully it's as fun as this one was.